Alright, Shipples. Today we're gonna talk about the core link or core linking or whatever. So what you have to do is go to a unit that's, let's say, fully linked. Where is it? There you go. Right, fully linked, and then choose the buff, debuff, level +2, and that's it. That's all you have to choose, and everything else sucks. And then that is the end of this video. Well, fine, I'll explain more detail. Which one you should choose, or which one you should not choose. The first one was the too long don't read answer, but I'll start explaining the details just because you guys don't want to read. Alright, so what's the core linking? So core linking is you put a unit, you level up unit, and you can core link. You can choose the core link core, which will always give you 100%. Anything with the same class, heavy defender, will give you 75%. Anything below will give you below rank give you 60, and other variation will give you 50%, so on, and the same unit will also give 100%. And you want to get to 500%, which is 5 core linked, to choose 1 over 5 core link bonus. So let me demonstrate. I want to core link, let's say, another champion. So we're gonna core link her. Put this one and put that one. And do I have empty ones? Yeah, I do. I got tons. Alright. So if you do a core link, let's cancel this person. 100%. So she'll get 100%, and she gained 20% HP attack and this 2% skill multiplier, and then 4% experience gain. If you choose this one, you get less. 75% of the thing. So you want to do 100%, or you want to infuse with the same core link, the same unit to get the thing. So let's do it. 1. So you can either permanently core link or temporarily core link. For this SS cores will always be permanent core. If you choose a unit that's not core, you can temporarily core link, meaning that unit that has been core linked still exists in your box, and you can de-core link anytime you want, but it will occupy in your inventory space. So most of the time you want it to permanent because you don't want to bottleneck your inventory space, and then you want to do 100% always. So let's just do it. There. You can also de-link, de-core link using the item. I'll show you what the item is. It's this item. No, not that. No. This. No, not that one. That one. Yes, this will de-core link any units from the core. You cannot de-core link the perma cores. It will destroy it if you try to de-link it. So don't do that. The core links are these cores are one-time use. You use it once, and then you get the thing. And this will tell you if it's permanently core linked. If it's a semi-transparent, blue, not just like this, gray, blue semi-transparent, that means it's non-permanently core linked. So we're gonna keep doing this. See, if you do this one, still 100%, and the level that it's core linked doesn't matter at all. So we're gonna keep doing it. Nope, not that one. That's locked. Also, your cores shouldn't be locked when you core link. There we go. And there you go. And there you go. Yeah. So you would ask, why wouldn't you want to core link? Because your cost to use that unit increase dramatically. So it's a 47, 47, 47. If you were to not core link, should have used 27, 27, 27. So about, I say that's 20% increase, 20 over 27, about 80%, 79% ish increase. So sometimes it's just better to have no core links. So that's why there's a lot of variation. Why, all-time player has one unit that has no core link, and then some has full core link. You won't see them as like just one or two unless they're used for specifically for farming. Most of the times they'll have either full link or no link. All right, let's go back to another champion. So and then also as I said, they'll increase HP, attack counter, and then amount of XP gain. Amount of XP gain is not worth to core link to level up the unit. It is the best to level up the unit without a core link, and the core link after all the slots are open. So basically what I do is, because you need to reach level 20, 40s, no, I forget the which was it 10, 20, 40? Yeah, 10, 30, 50, 70, 90, these slots will open, right? So no level, 0 level unit will not have it. Let me show you that. She doesn't have anything else, but if you level up 10, 30, 50, 70, 90, you can put a link in there. Let's go to that one. Right. So it's not worth it. Just level the unit first until skill level, which is level 10. Then you can stop leveling them and then core link and then level afterward that, or if you need to be. Or you can just level her all the way to 100 and then do it. But I usually tend to stop until their skill level is reached 10, 100. Why did I call it? Alright, so once you reach the 100%, oh my god. You have to choose which core link to use. So this will move to the next section, which core link to choose. There are a lot of options, and each units are different. You get choice of 5. It's kinda depend on the class, but still different from each unit to each unit. If you really need to know which unit has which core link skill, you can either go to Wikipedia or Last Origin Wiki, or you can go to the other fantastic site that shows a thing. Let me show you what I meant. Capture. We're gonna do, yeah, there we go. Cool. There we go. Whatever. So, as you can see, Wikipedia will tell you what the explanation of the core linking and everything, and then there's a list of the core linking still in the unit details. Where is it? It's somewhere. You gotta go through it. I'm not going for it. Or you can choose this one. It says English, units, and then Wikipedia. LO Wiki has the same thing. So there's this choice to choose. All right, perfect. So you know where to get these information. Perfect. All right, let's hide that one. So we have a unit. Okay, which link bonus should we choose? And the answer is very simple. Like I said before, you want to use. Go ahead, please. Thank you. Shouldn't have it. Answer is very simple. Not you. The other one. Yes, you want to choose this one. That is I consider as S tier in the linking bonus. Here's the reason. This increases the skill level of a unit by 2, meaning every skill that unit has, level is increased by 2. So instead of having level 10, it'll be level 12. Now it won't show up in the thing, but the game will consider as level 12, so that the multiplier of each active skill will increase by level 2 higher in the both skills if both active as an attack, and the effects of each passive or active gives also increase by 2 level. So this is huge buff for any unit, attacker, defender, support, because they're all depend on their passive. Otherwise they're just stat figure. They're not doing anything but stats. Because every unit depends on this skills and the passive, active skills and passive. This is the S tier, and you should choose it every single time if there is an option. Because it will improve attacker by how much they attack, damage they give. It will improve how much defense the tanker has, and lastly, it will also affect the support power of the support unit. Just frankly, nothing beats this passive. That's why this is the S tier. And there are 3 other A tier afterward. So if you don't have this one, for instance, the one that I just core linked for this stream, for the guide, Lena the Champion doesn't have it. So she either have 25% reduction or 20% skill multiplier and 75% accuracy, 20% CC, and the 0.1 speed. Oh yeah, 0.1 action point, whatever. So what you should choose if you don't have level 2 buff, debuff, skill bonus. The last 8 tiers are the reduction in the cost, so it will reduce the cost of this, or it will increase the multiplier of active skill, damage skills by 20%, or you get a critical chance of 20%. So you have 3 options, and then another A tier is on the defender skill. I have to go to defender to show you what that meant. Black Panther. Sure, you got up. God damn it. Plus HP is another A rank. Here it is. It only shows up the most of the tank, not certainly attacker or support. So there's that. So those are the 4 A tiers that you can choose from. And then I'll explain what all those things are doing into the game system. So 25% reduction in the cost is reducing this by 25%. Remember, we got increased by 79-80% ish, and then 25% reduction goes down to about 2 or 3 full link, depending on the cost. If it's 25%, probably between 3 and 4. If it's like 20%, yeah, it's a 4 and 5, so on and so on. So the number of percentage you get also is differ by each unit, and this will reduce the amount of the how much it costs to use a unit. This is really weird one because I don't know why SMR Joy did it. This is a really weird link bonus. this is supposed to be increasing the multiplier of damage active skill. So you see numbers in here, and that's based on your attack. So this one has a 6606 damage, and it's multiplier of something times 2131. So if I do 6606 divided by 2131, it's a multiplier of 3.1 ish. Yeah, 3.1. If I choose this one, that multiplier gets a 0.2. So your multiplier becomes 3.3. Not 20%, multiplication. It's a 20% as an additive. So, and that goes as well as for the second active, A737, higher multiplier, but you can increase by 0.2. That coincides with the critical chance link bonus. So if we choose multiplier, you need to put the stat so that she will have 100% critical chance. Somewhat, without equipment or whatever. Yeah, you need 100% critical chance to make her most effective. And then amount of last point goes to attack, and then accuracy. Oh, Jesus, they changed this one. Right? Something like this. Whatever. I just did it randomly. But if you choose 20% critical chance, you're likely that put less point on the critical chance and put more on the attack. So these two compete each other a lot. You do not know which one to use because it all depends on what the multiplier is, and it's really tedious to calculate which one is the best. So the rule of thumb is if you're going to use this increase the damage of the unit, you either choose the one that is a higher percentage, obviously. They rise from 25 to 15, 25 to 15. So you'll choose whichever that has higher percentage, or if it's the same, you choose whichever you want. Doesn't matter. It's like your damage number will be difference by 50 to 100 damage out of like 14,000 damage that you do. So it really doesn't matter. You can like min-max it to the maximum, but just choose which one ever. Or you can choose a cost reduction. And this is really good because this game is about farming. If you reduce the cost, you will farm more efficiently. However, the damage is not there. So if you can support the damage, right, without needing these skills, then you always choose cost reduction. Again, if they have a higher percentage, you choose the cost reduction because that's the most effective way to use the unit, assuming that they have enough damage to do it. And that's for the attackers or supporters. Supporters, obviously, they don't attack much unless it's attacker supporter. If they're not attacker supporter, you use that, and then that's gonna make it cheaper. Obviously, supporter usually have level 2 plus for buff and debuff, so you always choose that anyway. For attacker, you're always contemplating between these three skills: cost reduction, skill multiplier, or critical chance. And there are the other one that I mentioned, another A tier, which is HP. So this is only mostly given for defender, and you want to use it for defender because it just makes them tankier and just have a lot of HP. You don't need it. You can choose cost reduction as well, but their skill damage is not that great for most of the tank. I say most because there are some really great, tank that has a lot of attack power, like ridiculous, and then she has this buff debuff level 2 plus. So why would you choose this? Why would you choose this? Why would you choose this? Just go for that one. So yeah, it's for only the tank, and it's only if you can't choose level 2 plus debuff, you likely choose HP or reduction of the cost. There are other 2 link ping bonus that are B tier. You should never choose it. Which one is the 75% accuracy and then 0.1 speed or action point, whichever. That 0.1 AP because it's not a percentage, whatever. This increased accuracy by 75%. That's it. And this increased the AP by 0.1. So 3.6, and this becomes 200. The reason we don't use this because there are so many ways to increase the accuracy. You can increase the accuracy by a stat, you can increase the accuracy by equipment, and you can increase the accuracy by a buff. It just doesn't need it. You want to have as minimum as possible so that you want a fixed amount and you don't want to waste the accuracy for 75% for these kind of buff that's much better. That cost reduction is never exists outside of this. So why would you choose this? Skill multiplier never exists outside of this. Critical chance is ish, but this level amount of change difference between these two are negligible, so it's meh. But 75% accuracy can be increased any other way, so it's always choose. It's a B tier. You don't choose it ever. And the other one is AP, and people don't choose this because you just don't. 0.1 is too small. If it was 0.5, I would rank that as almost to the S tier. 0.5 is huge, but 0.1 is just so small. You can also increase by the equipment, mostly by these items, increase by 0.225 or 0.27. Even the one doesn't have any bonus, any level up, it's giving you 0.15. So why the hell would you choose 0.1? This needs to be bumped up to a 0.5 to be any meaningful to use it, but you just don't need it. Even in the equipment on the gears, 1.1, this gives you what, 0.55. This gives you 0.5. This one give you 0.3, 1.5 something, I don't know. This one give you 0.3 too. So why would you else use it? This one give you 0.15. So why would you else use that one to increase it? Unless that unit really needs that 0.1 to make the team work, then you choose it. Otherwise, don't touch it. It's not worth it. There's one last stat that I haven't talked about, the core link bonus. You've probably seen it somewhere else, and it's only very specific units get it, and not even the I have to choose this one. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Just this one. Yeah, cool. It is +1 range. So in the game of DLO, range is always kind of iffy skill to have. You want to either have very short range, long range, depends on active skill. So in the auto runs, you need always try to use the first active. Unless their range is too short and can't reach, they'll move to the next range skill. So if you effectively increase the range, they'll likely hit you trying to use active 1 or can reach much further. Very useful for manual use for increasing the range. There are only 2 items I think increase the range. This one increased by 1, and I believe this one increased by +2. And I don't think there's any equipment that increases ranges other than those two. I believe so. Those are the only two that can increase the range. This one doesn't increase the range either. Scope doesn't, you know. Let me just check the heavy attacker. So if you need to have yeah, never mind. This one increased it by +1 too. I guess so. Yeah, but this is shittier than the other two. And this can be only used by I think. Can I look at it? Yeah, attacker only. So if you for support, you got limited option. You have to have that range. Then you choose a +1 range for that unit. If you have to have it. And this alludes to why a lot of I wouldn't say pro player, a lot of old player has multiple units of full link. It's because they need to have different different buff, different core link skill. So my doctor has a +1 for 1 unit, and she's mainly used for manual. That's no link. Can't give a core link for the no link. And the other one is +2 buff and debuff, and she's primarily used for auto buffing units because her buffs are pretty well compared to the other S rank units. Somewhat, she's very specific in terms of how she buffs a unit. So that's why there are a lot of units with a different. There's a lot of player why they make up dupes, and then you can also put different stats and then use for specific reasons. All right, that is the guide for the core link. I'll upload this in the YouTube, and let me know what kind of other guides you want. I think I've done most of them, and I can't think of anything that I need to do a guide. I did Iron Tower. Challenge is just challenge. I can't do a guide for every single one of them. I could, but it's too lazy. This one is just practically joke. Yeah. So let me know, guys. All right.